Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, today we're going to do a first start on this, it's the first start of the season on this Poulon Pro handheld leaf blower here. This is the blower that I use every fall to blow the leaves off the property here. I got this machine about 4 years ago. It was found in the garbage. It was put out to the curb. And what it was the fuel lines were broken. They were old and brittle and broken. I did have to take the entire machine apart to replace the fuel lines on it. It was a bit of a pain, but I've done them before. Hopefully I never have to do one again. After I got the fuel lines put in it, I actually made a couple of videos on it. It was my first year of making videos, and I got a lot of complaints about the camera work. Was awful, I'll admit it. But after I got the machine done, it turned out that the carburetor was okay. I just had to make an adjustment to it, and I didn't have the right adjustment tool for it, because you need a special tool for it. That was before I got the set of HIPAA carburetor adjustment tools. So what I did was I took I had the carburetor off. I took it off while I was there, and then I just slotted the adjusters with a hacksaw, so I could use a straight blade screwdriver on it. Okay, so when I stored these, what I usually do is I take whatever gas is left in the tank, and I just dump it into my primer bottle that we use around here to prime engines for first starts, to see if they run. And then what I do is I start the machine up and run the rest of the gas out of the carburetor, and I just start priming it to get all the fuel out of the primer into the carburetor. Then I'll choke it, and I'll just choke it out till it dies. And usually I've had good luck with that, doing it that way. I do that with my weed whacker also. I never have a problem. The next year I just put fuel in it and start it up, prime it, start it, choke it, whatever. Alright, so I cleaned the machine up. I put it away dirty, but I just cleaned it up this morning. And I put some gas in it, fresh two-stroke mix fuel in it. And what we'll do now is we'll prime it, see how it starts on the cold start. I knew I was having a little problem with it last year, but I never went to adjust the carburetor again. I think it was before I got those HIPAA special tools. And I think it was having a problem on full throttle. Usually, I pointed it out before. When I first started the machine up, what it was it was idling, but when I went to give it throttle, it was dying. So what I did was I started out with the low mixture screw. The low mixture screw is closest to the engine, and I richened that up to where the throttle would respond, but I wasn't getting full throttle. And then I went to the high side and adjusted that to full throttle. Maybe not good enough, I don't remember, because like I said, I didn't have the special tool. So let's begin by trying to start it. This doesn't have the trigger throttle. You got to use this one on the side here. The newer machines with the trigger throttle, the fuel lines are much easier to get to. You don't have to take the entire machine apart. So I have it on full choke, and I usually go about half throttle or so. And then I'll just give it some primes here. I can tell the primer bulb is empty because, like I said, I haven't started it. This primer bulb feels a little bit soft, so I might have to change that out. And when you buy carburetors for them, they come with everything. Fuel filter, primer, extra primer bulbs, even the fuel lines. And a spark plug, which I never use because I'm afraid they're going to be a torch spark plug. So I think I'm going to prime it some more. You really can't over prime it. Okay, so let's see if we can get it to run. it up in about a year or so. So I always like to let stuff warm up before I give it full throttle. See if we can vibrate off the table. Let's see if we can do that. Alright, before we go on, it definitely needs a high side adjustment. We're going to do that. If all else fails when you're trying to adjust the carburetor is probably dirty or the diaphragm went bad, it's best to just spend the 16 bucks and get a brand new carburetor. I used to mess with these carburetors, take them apart, replace the diaphragm, clean them out real good, but it's not even worth the trouble. Like I said, for 16 bucks, it even comes with an air filter too. So let me start it back up. I still have some trouble with my eyes, but I'll probably have to tilt the machine back to get the tool on there, and we'll see if we can adjust it. See if I can get the tool on here at least. Hopefully that'll stay on there. They fit pretty snug on there, but sometimes they vibrate off. But let's see if we have any luck here. I just choked. Can't get it. It's on there now, but it's probably going to come off again. I'll get it sooner or later. Please bear with me. They don't have these in the best spot either. Here. Okay, so I would say this carburetor is not the best in the world, but I was able to adjust it enough to get full throttle out of it. I mentioned this before too. If you have like a tachometer to see how many RPM it is at idling and at full throttle, usually for a customer, I used to back the high-speed jet out to where it was really full throttle, revving high, and then I would just back it down a little bit so you don't blow it up. With my equipment, like I said, I don't care if this blows up. I'll just go get another one for $5 or find one in the garbage and just fix it up. I just run it full throttle all the way. I don't lean it out at all. But it does hesitate a little bit at full throttle at first, but we're still getting full throttle out of it. But I'm going to go ahead and start blowing some leaves off. It got to the point where I have to blow leaves off and weed whack because, you know, the trouble with my eyes, I wasn't able to work. And everything just all of a sudden, the whole property's a mess of leaves and high grass still. So I hope somebody got something out of this. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.